There's nothing in the house by the railroad tracks. She would always say every time we drove by. It was an old, crumbling thing, rain-soaked and sagging like a tired dog. Years of trains rumbling by had shaken up the foundation and broken most of the windows. The front door stood open like a gaping mouth, through which no light could be seen. I got tired eventually of her telling me that there was nothing there. I didn't believe her. Why should I have? Old houses usually had at least some old furniture or something inside, so I decided it was my right to know one rain-soaked evening. I slipped out the door into the rainy night while she was asleep on the couch. Since we only lived about 10 minutes away, I was able to make my way there relatively unnoticed. It looked odd the way it rose out of the rainy darkness in front of me. I climbed the creaky stairs and stood in the doorway, taking one last look behind me at the misty night before slipping inside. I walked forward for a minute or two, but it was much darker inside than I had thought it was going to be. I put my hands out, but could feel no walls. I turned back to the door, but the tiny gray point of light now seemed about 50 feet away. I took a step toward it, and it thrust itself backwards until it was nothing but a tiny dot of light on the horizon of my vision. It's cold in here. Musty, too, like a steamer trunk in a long-forgotten attic. I would like to tell you how long I've been here, but my watch hand spun around for a few minutes after the door moved before snapping in half. I don't feel hungry or tired anymore. The door's usually miles ahead, but once in a while, it moves high above me, floating like a firefly in the darkness. Sometimes, impossibly, it's far below me, a small point of light in the dark abyss with no end. She was right. There really is nothing in the house by the railroad tracks. A whole lot of nothing. But every once in a while, when the door moves, I hear faint laughter from somewhere off in the dark. And sometimes, just sometimes, the light from the door is snuffed out for a moment, as if something large is moving in front of it. And I'm left to wonder. Or is there?